And welcome back to Nancy's Neighborhood. And I told you we were going to have some exciting guests with us. So this first one is Patrick Spangler. And I have to tell you a little quick story about us. I was invited to a meeting at Walker Valley, CTE. And so I walk into the room with these people, and I'm a brand new school board member, and so Patrick's in charge of the meeting, and he starts talking, and everybody starts doing whatever they're supposed to be doing, and I'm lost. I have no idea what I'm supposed to. So I said, "Excuse me, who are you?" And so he had to tell me who he was. So now I know Patrick. So Patrick, welcome to Nancy's Neighborhood.
Thank you. And you have made me always, whenever I start a meeting or at the introductory of anything, to make sure that I say hello. And my name is Patrick Spangler. I've
Very
met
good.
most of you, and I know I'll never be able to live that down either. So
I saw him in the halls at Bradley the other day, and he walked up to me and said, "Hi, I'm Patrick Spangler." So, but it's just one of those things. I think I was the only one in the class that didn't know you. But I didn't know you. And
but still, it was one of those rookie mistakes that I've learned from.
But you're doing great. and we're here today to talk about the work-based learning program that both our county high schools have, Walker Valley and Bradley Central. And my producer, Bryce Gibson, and I've talked about him before, and I even interviewed him once, but Bryce is part of that. And somebody told me Bryce gets paid for doing this, and he has such a good time. I would think he didn't need to be paid, but somebody says he gets paid. So I've asked Patrick to come on and tell you all a little bit about himself, how he got into this, and then what work-based learning is.
Good. Yes, this will be my 8th year teaching.
Oh, wow, you look like you're 12.
At
that
Bradley,
can't be.
At Bradley Central High School, all 8 years. And before that, I worked in human resources in Bradley County, Cleveland area for Ronstadt Staffing. So when we talk about work-based learning, it's kind of like maybe comparable to my job before.
Gotcha.
I was in teaching, but for the most part, I teach in the business department at Bradley Central High School. I've taught computer apps. I've taught accounting, business management, a Cambridge Business Studies class, and even business culinary at one point. And we had fun. We had strawberry sales, and no one had ever taught the class in the state of Tennessee, so I got to just do whatever I wanted to do.
Absolutely,
with it. So,
and those are always wonderful.
and those are wonderful. That's right. So, but this past August, I joined up with the work-based learning coordinator group, and have loved it since day one. I always thought I would like it. But after I got in it, it's just really something I'm passionate about, and it's really cool because I can always tell the students that sometimes students say, "Well, I'm never going to be able to use this, when I grow older." Well, that's one of the things that they can never say in my class, because they're all going to grow up, they're all going to have jobs, they're all going to have to be able to communicate, and so on. So, currently, we have about 60 students in our work-based learning program just at Bradley High School, and that kind of is not including our health occupation wing that I can't really be a part of because I'm just not that skilled in the nursing area, so I stay away from that. So, we have those kids. Some of them are on campus. And just doing certain things around campus, certain big projects, and working with a bookkeeper at Bradley Central High School, handling deposits and those type of things. And others are out in the community. Right now we have probably, I would say, around 30 kind of business partners just out in the community that we have people currently working at, and that's expanding daily. I have once I get the kids to their placements, we're still in the process of recruiting new industry partners to be able to connect those kids for meaningful experiences.
And see, this is what I wanted Patrick. One of the things I wanted Patrick to tell us about today, because he's looking for partners. Always looking for placement, and it doesn't necessarily have to be an industry. It can be a business, and it's just like Bryce is a junior at Walker Valley, but now I think your placements are mostly seniors.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, and the way that it works, we really want to make sure that our students are college and career ready. And what what we really mean by college is the fact that they had all their class knowledge, they've got their industry certifications within the classroom, and then now it's time for them to go out and get a job. From the state of Tennessee, they call that K to J, and that just means kindergarten to job. And that basically means that, you know, through elementary school, they'll begin to start recognizing those careers, finding their interest. In the middle school, kind of high school years, they kind of focus on those interests and take their classes to get their certifications. And then the last part, which is the work-based learning, is they actually get to go out on the job. And work-based learning has been around for a long time.
You gave me some previous names, and that was so funny because I've heard about it with those previous names also.
Yes. It's been called service learning, co-op, all probably even more than I even know of to even think about. But we're really trying to make sure that each of these placements are in their focus area. And when I say meaningful experiences, we don't want a health science person probably, you know, working in a fast food restaurant. And that may happen, and they're getting really good skills.
Well, that is true.
And really good on the job, but we want to take it a step further to where they're working on a job or they're working in the industry, but they're also kind of connected to their focus areas. So,
well, I know Bryce is planning on, I mean, he's just a junior at Walker Valley, and I'm picking on him. He'll make a funny face at me in a minute. But he's planning on going to MTSU and learning some more TV, you know, television, all of this that he's doing here with us. And then he wants to go into sports broadcasting. Great. So, I mean, so he's taking those little steps up. So that's how come I'm familiar with work-based learning, is through Bryce, who's my producer, and he's the only 16-year-old I know that can tell me what I need to be doing. But I think this is an awesome program.
It really is. And, you know, just since August, we've grown our work-based learning contacts, and we've grown our work-based learning students, just the student number of the people that are involved in the program. And it's really just going to take us, you know, finding those right students and really getting those students attracted to work-based learning and exposing them to the possibilities out there, but also continued community support.
Right.
And I will be happy to go out and set up a meeting and go to locations of new business and explain what work-based learning is, and even bring some handouts that kind of just talks about work-based learning and all the things that they're a part of.
I think that's great, because Patrick and I talked about this at a previous meeting. When I was a senior in high school, which, folks, that was a long time ago, but the only two, I mean, I had to do something because I'd already finished all my credits. So I took world geography, and that was in the morning, and then I had band, 6th period. So I had to fill in between like 10 o'clock and 6th period. And so I answered the phone in the office, ran messages back and forth to all these people, and did that. And that's not really work-based learning. That's just kind of being the errand boy, you know. So I'm sure that's what you all are trying to do with your seniors, is give them something meaningful that they can carry on.
Yes, completely. And I mean, we have numerous kind of different ways we run into industry, whether it's us taking part in the teacher externship program where teachers go out to industry, and even the job shadowing experiences from our 11th graders through the chamber. But everywhere we go talks about the soft skills, about this generation lacking those soft skills. And it's just sometimes those skills that we kind of take for granted, that, you know, everybody should know how to work as a team, and everybody should know how to. So that's kind of what this program, you know, helps them before they ever leave the high school and go into post-secondary education or even into the workforce. They've been there. They know what industry looks like because they were a part of this program.
And the soft skills that Patrick's talking about are just things like showing up on time for work and being able to work as a team, making eye contact when you talk to somebody, which that's a tough one for some of our kids because their eye contact's been here throughout the day, and making eye contact, shaking hands with people when you meet them, just knowing appropriate dress for appropriate situations. So these are soft skills, and as adults, folks, if I'm talking to you out there, these are things your mom and daddy told you you were supposed to do.
That's right. And you know, and that's one of the things too. Before a student will go out into the workplace, they will have already taken some career personality assessments that kind of match them up to careers based upon their interests and their skills and their values, as well as provide a resume and a cover letter.
Whoa, there we go.
Job application.
Do they have to write that resume?
They will be writing that resume
and
cover letter, and on their first day on the job, they will present those to the place that they're going to do their assignment at. I like to tell them, I like to treat them just like they're an employee of the company. And
very good.
I like to have an open line of communication with our partners. Because if they have a problem, I let them know that I'll take care of it pretty quick.
That's right. That is your job as the teacher.
Right. That's right.
But now, give them an idea out there of some of the placements that you would like to have, because this is a great opportunity for us to sell it.
Good. Yes, we have had really good support from our nonprofit organizations in our area. Eva Van Hook with Family Promise has been exceptional to work with. So I do have a kid there, as well as Richie Hughes at the Holiday Inn has people from Walker Valley and Bradley.
Oh, good.
And it's a really cool experience because they're going to get to see the whole process of the hotel industry. So and then also we just started several kids with Joe McCullough at Theme Fusion,
right?
Who is doing incredible work on the Greenway,
and that would be fascinating. So I wouldn't mind working with Joe.
That's
at
what I
Theme
told
Fusion.
him. I told our student, I'm going to trade with you, and
That's
you're going to
right.
be a teacher. And
That's right.
So, and also Steve Hartline from 104.1.
Okay.
We've started a student there, so it's really good, and it's really exciting, and I'm excited to see where this program is going to head in the future. So
I think it's great. So any of you businesses and industries out there who would like a senior, and these are seniors, they can drive.
Yes,
they can get
drive.
themselves to the job, and we hope on time.
Yes.
And but if you're interested, tell them how they can get a hold of you, Patrick.
You can reach me at 423-715-2898, or you can call Bradley Central High School at 476-0650, or you can reach me by email at pspangler@bradleyschools.org.
And so if anybody would like to have a volunteer, now these students are paid a little stipend.
Yeah, and in some cases. In some cases they're paid. In others, it's probably more non-paid than paid.
Okay.
And I kind of leave that up to the just to the place of business.
Okay, so it'd be like your 501c3s probably are not paying.
Right. Would just be an internship.
Right.
You know, just on the job experience
Right.
with no pay. And then also the days of the week that they can work. They have to be in my class at least one day a week to provide documentation through a portfolio process. But they have to be on the job at least 2 days, but no more than 4 during the work week.
Okay. Well, I know Bryce has to account for his hours here. And like I said, I think it's a shame that he's getting paid because he's having way too much fun. I mean, really, absolutely.
But that's what a career is supposed to be, right?
It is. It really is. You're supposed to enjoy it. It's not supposed to be a drudge. And so I'm just excited about this because I think it's great. And both of our county high schools, Walker Valley and Bradley Central, have this program.
Correct.
So parents, if you have a student out there that's going to one of these high schools, you might be interested in checking with Patrick, or is it Coach Webb?
Please do.
At Walker Valley.
Yes, it's Coach Scott Webb.
Scott Webb.
And Coach Harry Dillon. And I also believe Coach Kevin Raper, I believe, is still involved.
Let me tell you a story about Kevin. I taught Kevin Raper in 2nd grade.
That's great.
And bless your heart, Kevin, I look younger than you, okay? But anyway, yes, I had him in 2nd grade. His dad was the principal, and I was the second grade teacher, and I had Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
But okay, so these people are all involved. Now, are you the only one at Bradley Central?
No, I'm not. A lady by the name of Amy McIlvain.
Okay.
And Robbie McIntyre Bob McIntyre's son.
Yes.
And then we also have a lady that's involved in advanced manufacturing that's currently doing 2 great projects. Let me tell you about this. I know we may have to hurry, but we're trying to really grow our advanced manufacturing because we got some really good advanced manufacturing students, and they took part in a STEAM camp over the summer. And took a trip up to the City Museum in St. Louis and got to see all that. And then took some industry tours here in Cleveland, Bradley County area, and are creating these models that are going to be on display.
Oh, I know about those.
2 local businesses.
Okay, we need to come back and talk about those.
We do.
Because I know. Oh, I'd forgotten all about that. I know about those, and that's awesome, folks.
Yes.
It really is.
And they're going to be on display at the businesses, and it's completely kind of student driven, and so. Here in probably 3 to 4 months, we will have.
And I'm going to have you
should
back
have
to
a
talk
finished
about
project.
that. I'm going to have that. I'm going to have you back.
Perfect.
And my producer over there is doing this. And you know what that means? Wrap it up. Okay. Patrick, thank you so much for being on with. And honestly, I do want you to come back because I know what. In that little meeting I was at, I saw those 2 projects, and they are awesome. So, folks, we're going to take a little commercial break. We'll be right back with our next guest. Spit that out. And don't go away. Watch our commercials, and we'll be right back.